GalaxyCon. Are y'all ready? Then I need y'all to make some noise for Miss Tara Platt, Yuri Lowenthal, and Nadji Jeter. Musical chairs, musical chairs, musical chairs, musical chairs.
Using the chairs.
Y'all look amazing.
Whoa, I used the chairs a little too much. Sorry.
It happens, it happens. Don't worry, they're strong. They're strong.
You lucky we didn't have any tables.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. First and foremost, thank y'all for being here today.
Of course.
I think I speak for every gamer in the room. Y'all changed us, okay?
Wow.
Like, y'all changed us. Literally. Okay, so
those are big words, Victor.
listen, I don't lie.
I hope
okay?
for the better.
Absolutely for the, well, listen, let me look at my bank account.
Guarantees.
The way my bank account is set up, I don't know.
We're about to change you for the worse when the symbiote takes over. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. I cannot be held responsible.
He said, listen, I already asked the room. There are folks in here that bought a PS5 for this game coming up.
So
Make some noise if you did that.
Right.
Come on, y'all. Come on.
The Sony Corporation is very happy to hear you say that.
Oh yeah. Shouts out to Sony Interactive. Yes.
I do not represent them, but I'm sure they are cheering
That
as
is
well.
so real. Okay, so the first thing I have to know, in terms of being gamers, where did you start? Where was gaming for you in your lifetime?
I don't consider myself a gamer because
how
I
you know
am
you're
not
a
as
good
good
one.
as all the people in this room. But I liked Katamari Damacy.
Oh,
And if you go old school, I like Joust.
let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
So yes, I'm gonna start off with the old school. I was Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. Okay. Def Jam Fighter New York, PlayStation 1. Yeah. And then GTA.
Yes,
Of
yes.
course. And then Spider-Man.
Hey!
And Last of Us 2.
I'm older than everybody in this room put together, so
No, you're not.
I'm
Hold on
gonna
now.
start throwing out some titles. But yeah, I was around when my first game console that I owned personally was an Intellivision.
That's what I'm talking about.
Intellivision.
Speaking my language.
So yeah, so I was playing like Sea Battle and Star Crash and all sorts of stuff like that. But you know what I loved? I loved Infocom text adventure games.
Yes.
Zork and all those games. And I was playing D&D already at that age when like games started to come out. So like any game that came out like Ultima or Wizardry or Bard's Tale or whatever it was.
The crickets are happening right now. Everyone's like, what are you
I
telling
was
me?
all over
There's some
it.
of us in this
You're
room that are like,
old.
he remembers.
But then I went and I played cabinet arcade games. I was pumping quarters in, so many. And then I went through this phase where like I didn't play for a while.
Right.
And then I was living overseas and like video games would come out and I wouldn't get to play them because I was overseas. But I would get the books of the like how to beat the games. So I'd read these books on like how to beat the games like voraciously, and I had never even played the games.
I love it.
So,
I love
yeah.
it. Wait.
Yes.
Right, cheater.
For the young
codes.
ones in the room, we had to read books in order to play video
yeah, there you
games.
go.
I just want to throw that out there.
A book is right, okay.
This is so
It's like
surprising
a
to me.
long-form text message.
I'm just flabbergasted
That's
by
right.
this.
That's right.
I know.
Reading, wait, what?
Yeah,
Books?
no.
Okay,
I know,
never
I
mind.
know.
We're not gonna go over that. We're good.
No YouTube videos or nothing like that back then.
How you guys doing? You good?
I love it. I love
You
it.
guys look amazing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I won't hold y'all too long because you have a line of folks here, but what I will tell you is this. As an old school gamer myself, I thought my days were done of the console wars. You guys inspired me to get back into playing video games. And for the first time ever, Spider-Man, this game is the first game I've ever played and beat on the hardest level. So, thank you. And actually, I'm using that as a tip for y'all. I was told to do this by the Target employee that sold me this game. That if you want, this is genius though. When he told me, I was like, I didn't even know this. Play the game on the hardest level because you'll get the most out of playing the game. Oh, so y'all know that, and y'all just
It puts you in. It puts you in our shoes.
Thank you. Okay,
All,
that's
all
cool.
I get out of playing the game on the hardest level is that I'll never finish it. That's what,
Yes. How long did it take you? Okay.
I think I had, like 60 hours.
60 hours.
But I was exploring, okay? Literally,
Backpacks,
Hanging around downtown.
backpacks.
Absolutely. I'm visiting New York, and I'm like, I played that. Yeah.
You know what some of my favorite stories are?
Yeah.
People that have said that they played Spider-Man and then got lost in Manhattan, and because they had played Spider-Man, they knew where things were.
That's
so
what I'm talking
They were
about.
able to not be lost anymore, and I love that. That makes me so happy because they did
Like
such truth in
Like the New York
design.
Tourism Commission should be a sponsor of
They
the game.
should.
Literally,
They should.
literally. And also, Apple should get in on it. Not gonna lie, when I'm in New York, I do change Siri's name to Yuri. So, just saying.
Wow.
Hey, I'm immersive, okay? That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
This is a good idea, though.
We got some friends here that want to ask some questions. Hello, how are you doing today?
Please, go ahead.
Hello.
I was wondering if any of you have played any previous Spider-Man games, NES, SNES, maybe PlayStation, original PlayStation 1, 2.
Yes, my friend and I, shout out to Bryce Castro, who's one of my day one friends. But yes, he used to play Spider. I used to go over his house. I was the only child, so I used to have a lot of sleepovers with my friends and stuff like that. But yes, we were definitely engulfed. I want to say we were like maybe 8 or 9, so this had to be maybe PS1. Yeah, PS1 or 2. But I remember when, you know, all the buildings were just pixelated kind of in a way. You know what I mean? The old graphics that you had. But yeah, we played Spider-Man. I want to say, yeah, Spider-Man.
Nice.
Yeah, 2004 maybe.
Yeah, well, the last Spider-Man game that I remember playing was, I think Atari had a Spider-Man game.
They did.
Like,
No, it's
if
true.
you looked at that game right now, you're like, where's Spider-Man? Like, that doesn't look like a Spider-Man game.
It's a Rorschach Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Blob and then,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm not such a gamer.
You don't have to apologize
But I'm
for
glad
that,
you
though.
guys are.
How about you?
I definitely played Spider-Man 1. It was just called Spider-Man, and then Enter Electro or whatever
Nice.
the second one was called.
Nice.
What's your name, man?
Yeah, Nick.
Nick. Nice to meet you,
Thanks,
Nick.
Nick.
Nice to meet you. Absolutely. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate that. Make some noise.
Oh, man.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
My name's Adam.
Adam.
UNC fan, heck yeah.
See,
man.
there we go. There we go.
We talked about this
There we go.
backstage.
We totally did. I'm upset.
talked-
I'm upset. Any Duke fans in the room?
What?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Those my people.
Oh, Lord.
Go Blue Devils.
He's got a hoodie for every city we visit.
Yes.
No.
Smart
I'm joking.
man.
No.
Smart man.
I'm joking.
This is a good
I'm
idea. I might
joking.
need to think about this.
No, he's legit. He's legit.
No, he's legit.
My auntie was a cheerleader in 2006.
Are you
with Tar
Make some
Heels.
noise for that.
Yeah.
Oh, heck
Come on.
yeah, awesome,
Yes,
man.
man.
My question is, did you guys have any funny stories behind the scenes, like on the booth or anything that you guys can share?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, my character is named Yuri. My husband is Yuri, but Yuri is Peter Parker's Spider-Man. And I would show up to sessions and they'd be like, do we have the Yuri lines? And I'd walk in the booth and I'm like, this is all Peter Parker. Do you want me to read my lines or do you want me to read his lines? It happened
it's
more
been
than
weird.
once. It happened more than once.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been weird. I mean, I don't know about, like funny stories. I mean, obviously there are, like outtakes and ad libs that sometimes I would record going in, and every now and then they would make it into the game. Most of them would not because they're foul. Probably. But
You hope they
yeah.
don't make it into the game.
well, I know exactly. Well, there was one. I sort of jokingly, I said, let me do one more. Every now and then, when I go, let me do one more, they roll their eyes and they're like, okay, we got other stuff to record. And I did yippee-ki-yay, mother spiders, and they laughed. And then I saw footage after the game came out. It's in the game,
It's
and I
in
was
the
like,
game.
no
Yeah,
way.
yeah. Play on the hardest level. That's how Spider-Man talks.
See?
Exactly.
There you go. There you
Feel
go.
it.
Awesome.
That's the more. That's what you get.
Yes,
the
that's
more.
it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Adam.
That's awesome.
I mean, that in addition to all the, when they started making us do the web slinging,
I want to say, yeah, I want to
reads.
piggyback off of you as far as just the outbursts and the blurs, because we have a 2-year to 3-year process of making the game. So we have a lot of lines we go over, and some of them don't come out how they need to come out. But yes, we also had some new. Can you tell me? Yeah.
Well, I don't know about. I don't know. Let's hold that back.
Okay, I got you. But yeah.
But yeah, in that it was an idea they came up with sort of part of the way through. Like they didn't have that idea at the beginning, where they would have us do a different read that would trigger if you were web slinging versus if you were just sort of perched somewhere. And so then we would start doing these perched and web slinging, swinging. It was like, okay, now swinging version, now perch version, swinging version, perch version.
So I'm on the booth. We're in the booth, and I'm either on the chair. I'm like this, and I'm saying all my lines, and then we're swinging. I'm like this.
Yeah.
A lot of cardio.
Yeah, just moving around.
It's a lot of cardio.
Yeah, we want
You know?
to. It got difficult. Is all I can say.
It's real.
Hey,
all
Hey.
sweaty.
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's going on, man?
Good.
What's your
How you
name?
doing?
Yeah, my name is Philip.
Hi, Philip.
Quick question is kind of directed towards Yuri, but if you guys know it, you guys can answer it. Quick spoilers for Across the Spider-Verse. We do see Spider-Man PS4 in that movie.
Hey.
So I was kind of wondering if there's like any tie-in to Spider-Man 2 with that, if you can say it. If not, I completely understand.
I mean, not that I'm aware of. I don't know what plans because there's so much of the game we only know. Nadji and I were talking about this earlier. We only know the parts that we were in, and then after the game comes out, we're like, I didn't know about any of this storyline, any of that stuff. So I can't speak to that because I didn't have any. They didn't talk about Across the Spider-Verse when I was working on it, but I'm glad they included our Insomniac Spider-Man in the movie.
Yeah, shout out to Spider-Verse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Big shout out.
Hey there.
Hi guys, nice to see you.
Hello.
How you doing? What's your name?
My name's Chris.
Nice to meet you, Chris.
So I first want to establish this. It's thanks to the Spider-Man game that I've learned to love PlayStation, even though I've been Nintendo for all my life.
Ooh, one of us.
You're
now,
welcome.
One
for
of
that.
us.
But
Again,
I do have to
Sony
ask
thanks
this.
you.
So this question is more directed to Nadji. What's it like voicing an now iconic character like Miles? The fact that he's lesser known and now he's like in the mainstream.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
It is an absolute blessing because I get to meet you guys.
Hey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get to see the impact that it's had, and I get to take after one of the best in the game.
Come on now.
Well,
And then be around the most genuine people in the game. So it's like, I get to meet you. It's the best. It's the best I could ask for.
And whenever I read comic panels of the characters,
Yeah.
I hear your voices and I'm like, it's perfect. I love
Thank
it.
you, man. I'm glad I'm haunting you now.
And I read a thing recently that I totally agree, that Miles is the mainstream Spider-Man now.
Oh, gosh.
That Peter is
Old
for
man
this
Spider-Man.
generation.
No,
For this
pressure.
generation, yeah, Miles is Spider-Man.
Too much pressure, guys.
And Peter is that old guy, like old white guy who cracks jokes.
No.
Yeah.
There would be no Miles without Pete. Y'all know that, right?
Oh, I'm not saying we're not both important. I'm just saying you're Spider-Man now.
I know. I'm here.
Hey! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
You can
about.
take it.
Here, we'll put it in context. You're Jordan. He's Phil Jackson. There you go.
Oh, no. Jordan. Kobe.
Works for me too. That works for
Yeah?
me too. I'm not gonna lie. Okay,
I'll take
okay.
it.
I like that. Hello, friend.
Hey, how are y'all doing?
Hey.
Good, thanks for being here. My name's Kelby.
Hi,
going
Kelby.
on?
So the question that I had, do you all have a favorite moment from either a previous game, any spoilers maybe you can share about the future game coming up soon, favorite voice acting moment in the studio?
No spoilers.
We are so close to the release, and we haven't messed up too bad yet.
Yeah, no, man.
I don't want to attempt that.
Sony has assassins. Let's not do that.
Exactly. I don't want to
Sony's in the room
I don't want to
right
Tom
now.
Holland anything. None of us are Tom Holland, so we're already doing okay. But
I love doing our mocap together. And
Yeah, I love that roof scene.
That was super
with Spidey and Yuri because Tara and I got to do that on the the PCAP stage together.
Watching these two work is amazing, too.
Of course. It was what was that? What? Spider.
no more
Cop.
Spider Cop.
Part man, part spider. Oh, cop. I miss Spider Cop. I'm not gonna lie.
Sony
we
needs
love
to make
Spider
that.
Cop.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's awesome.
This is stuff like that. I mean, I love that scene where Miles and Spidey meet kind of for the first time, and he teaches him to box.
Yeah.
I love that scene, and we got to do that together.
That was
on
that was
the
a
stage.
bonding moment for us. Yeah, because that was like I said, early stages. So we're just I'm just getting my feet wet, but we're just getting our feet wet with the story. Right. And that's when Yuri and I really just sat down with each other and ran over our lines. But it was like a thing. Like this is it, And learning Miles' background, with him coming from single mom now, being raised by himself. I have the similarities of that. So that was a very, very powerful scene for me, because I felt like I had an older mentor. That was that connection, that father figure, that big bro. So that was really hitting home.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then any of those Doc Ock scenes. And
Wait till y'all see the
Aunt May. I mean, come on,
The Aunt
come on.
May
It's-
scene.
The Aunt May scene. I know some of you it broke you, but it broke me first.
It's true. What's your favorite scene?
Favorite scene? I think there's one at the end where you both are talking. I think it's after you finish the full game.
Yeah.
There's something where I kind of forget how it goes.
Where I think he's talking about puberty, but he's talking about his spider powers.
Yes.
That's the
yeah,
one?
Let me tell you, that was just genius writing right there.
Wasn't that the audition? Oh, no. Oh, no.
I don't think so, but I mean, this game, we were so lucky to work on this game and to get this game because it's such a beautiful Spider-Man story, but the writing is just, everybody who wrote on it just loves Spider-Man so much.
Exactly.
No
pun intended.
Yep.
Amazing. Spectacular.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
It's Webbo. Hello.
Hey there.
Hi.
Hello.
My name's China, and I have a really weird question, but it's pretty funny.
Let's do it.
China?
You can either answer this in character or just personally, but what would you all do for a Klondike bar?
Whoa. This did just get personal. This got very personal. You have a husband and wife team up here, too. This is going to spark some conversations going home.
These are questions that we live for.
That is.
Who's first? I'm not going first.
No more Klondike bars.
What?
No more Klondike bars.
No more.
Oh, Yuri's just so serious.
She is.
And in character, I'm always in character because basically I'm Spider-Man in real life for Peter Parker anyway, and so I don't really do anything funny with my voice. But I would murder Aunt May again for a Klondike bar.
Good night, everybody. It's time to go. We gotta leave.
This is why it's my big bro. This is why it's my big bro. You know?
And we've all been fired now.
All right.
He's
I got
a
something
menace.
for that. I got something for that. Oh, okay. I would probably try on the symbiote suit.
Wow.
What?
I know that was a lot.
No, that was
Too much.
I would never give it to you. I would never give it to you.
Oh, see,
It's got dark. It's got dark.
Thank you.
Sorry, it was the symbiote talking.
Yeah. No. That's.
I can always blame the symbiote now.
Thank you, China.
Forever. Thank you.
Hello there.
Hello, friend.
Hi. How's it going?
Good.
Good, man. How you doing? What's your name?
My name is Preston.
Nice to meet you,
Preston.
Preston. Nice to meet you.
So my question is, how difficult was it for you guys to get your roles?
Great question.
It was a process.
Yes.
In fact, they had already cast somebody else as Spider-Man originally, and it didn't work out. And then so they went back to the drawing board and they called a bunch of people back in, a bunch of people that I know, and they just started whittling it down. And at first they didn't want to include me, or Sony didn't want to because I had been in Insomniac's last game in Sunset Overdrive, and they were like, yeah, that's not the character we're looking for. But luckily I had some heroes at Insomniac who believed in me, and they're like, look, he's an actor. That's a character he played. Like, we think he can do this. And so when they went back to the drawing board, they called me into the mix, and then I just got lucky after that because everybody who came in was awesome and would have made a great Spider-Man. So they just kept cutting it down until it was just me.
Yeah. So while that was going on, I was on the Disney XD, the Amazing Spider-Man.
That's right.
2017.
That's right.
Yes.
Make that noise.
So I was playing Miles at 13 years old. Well, not me. I wasn't 13. I was 17. But his age at the time was 13. So I'm in the Disney booth and I'm. And then Disney went through their transition to go to streaming, and then so we didn't hear back. We did it for like 2 years. It lasted two and a half seasons or two seasons, and then we got a call from PlayStation and Sony. They were like, "Hey, can you come in, to our mocap stage and read a couple of lines?" And I was like, "Yeah." Still didn't know where it was going, but our shout out to Chris Zimmerman. She brought me over, and that was it. Nice. That was it. And then we kind of find out I met Yuri. And actually, Yuri was on the show as well.
That's right.
Weren't you on the show too? Okay. Yuri was on the show for the Disney XD. Yes.
I played Dr. Connors, the lizard, on that show.
Yeah. Yes. So if y'all go back and so it's a connection there too. So it was like a win-win type of thing.
Love that.
And then for me, I actually didn't audition for Yuri Watanabe. I auditioned for MJ. I auditioned for Silver Sable. I auditioned for Black Cat. And they were like, "You're great. You're amazing. You're great." And then I didn't get any of those, and my agent called, and they're like, okay, so you booked Spider-Man. I'm like, cool, am I MJ? And they're like, no. And I'm like, oh, am I Silver Sable? And they're like, no. And I'm like, am I Black Cat? And they're like, no. And I was like, then what am I? And they were like, you're Yuri Watanabe. And I'm like, who is that? So I had to go find out who she was.
That's awesome.
Thank you for answering my question, and I just want to say one more thing. I've been a big fan of you since you were Ben Tennyson.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's hero time.
Hey! I love it. I love it.
You know, I'm signing up right away.
Right.
All they have to do is look in my direction, and I'm there.
Hello.
I'm Jackson.
Hey, Jackson.
My question is there any Spider-Man villains you'd like to see in a future game?
Any Spider-Man villains you'd like to see, you said? Okay, that's a good one.
Spider-Man villains we'd like to see in his future game. I mean, I've always been a fan of the Spot, and that's great because he was in this movie. I never thought we'd ever get to see him. But I'd love to see him in a game. It's like, because then it'd be like playing Spider-Man Portal.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's an amazing cosplay walking around who is the Spot today.
Yes.
And he has Spider-Man bits coming out.
Is he in here?
Is he in the house?
No.
The guy dressed as Spot?
He looks amazing
It was
today.
amazing
It's good.
because he's the Spot, but he has the black.
If he pops up on this stage right now, I'm going to lose my mind.
It was amazing because it's kind of like a spider foot, a Spider-Man foot, and a Spider-Man arm
Like
coming
going
out of
through
the
him.
knot.
Wild.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's fire.
He's wandering around somewhere.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a. I mean, next to like Batman, Spider-Man has the best rogues gallery, right?
It's true.
I mean, of villains, I think.
I can't say anything because...
No, I mean, we shouldn't, because we also don't know what they have planned, and if we say something wrong and they're like, I can't, why did you say that? I'm like, I didn't know you guys were
just
planning
thought.
to do that.
Yeah.
So
Here, we'll put it back
probably.
on you. What villains would you
Yeah,
want to
who do
see?
you want to
Yes.
see?
Green Goblin and Mysterio.
Green Goblin, Mysterio. Very
Pretty
nice.
good.
Very, very
That'd be
nice.
good.
Good
Yeah, that would be
choices.
good.
I like that. Thank you.
Nice, Jackson. Nice to meet you, man.
Absolutely.
Hello.
Hello.
Miles!
Hey,
Miles! Like,
Yes.
like Miles for real.
Yes, my name is Miles.
Yeah.
For real.
For real.
For real?
Yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So I was one of those people who grew up with Spider-Man, grew up with Miles Morales. My dad was Puerto Rican, my mom is black. It was very
So
big
you
in our
are
household.
Miles. Wow.
Very big in our household.
So you're actually Spider-Man, is what you're saying. Wink, wink. I got it. I
Your
got
secret
it.
is safe with us.
But obviously,
fake. This is...
obviously, huge Marvel fan. But when you do Marvel, like nothing is new in these characters. You know, like they're characters who've been here for in some cases generations, in some cases like a decade or two. So how do you take these characters and like make them your own?
Great question.
That's an amazing question. You definitely want to take from your own experiences because that's what they want to see. I could give you a whole page of just words and give it to you and say, okay, this is a scene, go about it. But if you don't take from your personal emotions and your personal experiences of what you go through in school, family, friends, anything, social life, you know what I mean, at home, you're not going to make it your own. It's not going to be your own character because that's what they want to see. They want to see that emotion from you. So if you got to take from your personal experiences, you got to do it. And, you know, I had to. So, you know, some crying scenes in there. So, you know, we got to go there. Think about all the sad stuff. But yeah, that's really it.
Nice. Well said.
Yeah, I mean, it's just about the truthfulness of the moment for you. And so we are all different, all of us here, and that's what makes us all amazing and beautiful. And so when you are fortunate enough to get cast, you have to trust that they picked you for a reason, and you're not trying to change what you bring to the table. You're trying to authentically bring your choices to the table that are truthful for that character. Because I don't have to be a police captain to imagine what that must be like, or I don't have to be, you know, like, you don't have to be your character. We're acting. But you have to have enough imagination and the ability to put yourself in the shoes of that person while still pulling from your own truthfulness to be able to sort of squish those two pieces of bread together to make the sandwich of the character. Like, you need to bring you, but you also want to honor what the character's going through and what the character's experiences are. So if you were that person in that circumstance, how would you bring it to the table? And then that's how you sort of get that character sandwich.
Beautiful.
And that plus the writing and the amazing writing we got. This is how we got what we got.
Good writing is easy work.
And you go talk to the writers like, hey,
thank you.
I know this is your brain. This is what you see. You can talk to them as well too, and say what would you like to add on to what I'm bringing, and then that right there is going to be the scene. How about you, Big Bro?
Yeah, I mean, I try not to stress out too much about, like coming into this, I was scared for 3 years because it was Spider-Man. And I was afraid I was going to mess up Spider-Man, for everybody, because it's so huge. And after a while, I just had to trust in the team. They weren't going to let me fail. They love Spider-Man too much. I had to trust in, like Tara said, that they picked me for a reason. And that whatever, I was going to bring to it, plus the script, plus what they wanted from the Spider-Man for this game, what the story demanded, that we were going to get something different.
Yeah, we have to trust the team, the director and the producers and the writers. They're all there for a reason.
For sure.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
I like that formula.
Thank you, Mom.
Bring you to capture them. That's kind of the idea.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miles.
Because you have to still honor the circumstances. Like, you don't have to have a dead end, or you don't have to have those experiences. If you can imagine that experience and then sort of meet the character there, that's where the truth of the moment comes from.
And Victor, you just made me think of something that somebody was talking about AI recently, and they're like, yeah, the new trend that they wanted is, tailored to, if you want a story, then the AI will create the story that you want. And somebody said, well, here's what writers do. Writers write a story that you didn't think you wanted.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it hits you in a way that
Because you
what
needed
you
it.
wanted could never have hit you.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
I'm not railing against AI, but
no.
Okay, yeah, I am.
Listen, and that's the next AI evil villain that Spider-Man's going to tackle.
Yeah.
Right?
AI, the new evil villain.
I love it.
You put the AI in villain.
We're using that. Somebody
Thank you.
write that
Thank
down
you.
right now. Full credit. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Spider friends.
Hey, man. How you doing? What's your name?
Hi, I'm Aiden. It's nice to meet you. I'm super excited. I love Spider-Man since I was a kid.
Thank you, man.
But my question is, who's your favorite Spider-Man villain from the Rogues Gallery? And if you don't have a favorite, who would you be most scared to encounter?
Oh, wow. That's a good one.
Golly.
I mean, yeah, it's hard not to put Venom at that. Like, I'd be scared to encounter Venom on any level.
Yeah.
But I remember when I first started reading. Now, when I look back on it, he's like one of the stupidest villains ever. but Tarantula.
Okay.
Was,
all right. That's not terrible.
He basically that's not true. I mean, he basically just had like pointy shoes and was a dancer and would kick you, with pointy shoes. But like that's like when I think back to the very first like Spider-Man comics I read, like Tarantula was the first villain.
Yeah.
And so I always have a soft spot for that.
That is crazy because I'm going to say my age. I do not know Tarantula.
You don't even know who that is? Right, of course. They phased him out because he was stupid.
We're going to go home and look this up
Take
now.
any creature like a scorpion or a rhinoceros, and those can be villains.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you for asking this question. I just learned something new today. Tarantula.
If it makes you feel better, I did too. I didn't know this guy existed.
Oh, just wait till now you're going to see him everywhere.
Tarantula.
Your phone is listening. It's going to pick it up.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you didn't really read Spider-Man growing up.
Sorry, guys.
But what was your favorite villain from Archie?
My favorite villain?
or DuckTales.
Veronica or Betty? I'm not sure what you're asking.
It was Reggie. It was always Reggie.
Veronica's of course.
Yeah.
It depended what mood I was in, because I was either Betty or I was Veronica, so it was the other one was always the villain.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I love these two.
Paste Pot Pete. That's who. Yeah, that's a deep cut, baby.
That goes super deep.
What about yours? Who would be your villain?
I'm sorry. I gotta say Venom. He's just
fair.
so cool. I'm sorry.
Well, I can't wait for you to fight Venom in this new game. It's going to be terrifying.
We all have a Venom
I'm not
in
gonna.
us.
I'm not gonna lie. Some of this new game, and I don't think I'm talking out of school, plays like a survival horror game.
Oh my god.
It is.
Yeah, the thing is, like, we still have so many surprises for y'all.
Spoilers.
So many.
I know.
No. We needed that. We needed that. Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, we have so many surprises for y'all. Like, it's insane.
That's awesome.
Like,
think
what
you
y'all
know, but
saw
you
in
think
the
you know,
trailer,
but you don't know.
It's like 2 to 5%. That was nothing. You guys gonna be mind blown.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very,
you.
very much.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks. Thank you, Hayden.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. Hi. How
Is
how
that
y'all
Connor
doing?
Kent?
Yeah, Connor Kent.
Yeah. What's your name, man?
Hey, my name is Gabriel. Nice
Gabriel
to meet,
now.
finally meet y'all.
Pleasure.
You guys finally came to Raleigh. Finally.
I know.
Yuri, I've been waiting for you, man. Ever
They
since
finally
Ben 10.
invited us. We can't just show up at any convention.
Yes, you
and
could.
crash.
Yes, you could.
Well, you can, but they
You can
kick
do
you
that.
out.
You can do that. You can do
If
that.
I had a ticket, all that kind of thing. All right, anyways, I actually have kind of a one-parter thing, but my first question is, how are you feeling about the personal face change? Because I know that when that happened, the remastered, a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people didn't mind it. Some people got used to it. What about your personal interpretation about that? I'd love to hear that.
I love you, Gabe. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I mean, it's it's old news.
Yeah.
They did it to make the animation better, and I'm good with making the
fine with it.
animation
I'm fine
better.
with it.
Yeah, no. But of course, people are gonna. I mean, I take it as a compliment that people got so emotionally attached to the character in a game that you change anything like that, and people are like, wait, where's the guy that I loved? Yeah. So I get it.
My second follow-up, because of the adapting technology and with everything, and then the Wolverine game coming up for Insomniac. Any information we can get on that by chance? Is there possibility for Wolverine?
Spoilers, man. Sony's got Sniper.
We haven't even started.
You're going to get the red beams up here.
Yeah,
okay?
that-
Don't do
right.
that. Yeah.
Look, Wolverine is like a whole other like they don't even talk to us about that stuff.
No.
We're in a cave as far as that's
We got
concerned.
nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nothing.
All I know is what you know pretty much for the Wolverine game. That there's a Wolverine game, and they did that cool teaser trailer.
If they cross over, man, I'll cry right then and there.
That'd be awesome.
You and I both.
Look, man, I want a Moon Knight game before I want a Wolverine game. I lobbied so hard. Well, I lobbied hard for a couple things that I'm sure did not make it into this game. But Moon Knight will always be top of my list, and Brian Intihar knows that, and he's tired of hearing.
He's tired of you
He's
saying
tired
Moon
of
Knight.
hearing me talk about it.
Because y'all made that face like, oh, here he goes again.
I know.
Oh, he's Moon Knight.
But then I'd also be mad because I'd want to play Moon Knight, and I couldn't play Moon Knight in a Spider-Man game where I'm also Spider-Man. So.
Well, thank you guys. And actually, I have a gift for Yuri here. I don't know if you'll want to give it here right now or at your table.
Do it downstairs at the table.
Oh yeah,
Just
so
make
we
sure.
can get more. All right, I'll just go and get it right now. What?
It's a Spider-Man stamp and a coin.
What is?
Plated.
That's awesome.
What is? I didn't even know this. This is
Now,
beautiful.
did you bring enough for
Gabriel?
everybody? Did you bring
Wait,
enough for everybody?
Right.
Come on.
I was gonna say.
Thank you.
I know.
All right, well, make
all
one.
good.
Make
That's
one.
right.
For us. There we go. Yeah.
This is amazing.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Gabe.
Make some noise,
Thank you
y'all.
so much.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Part of my life is changing my aspect of gaming, and I wouldn't be who I am without you, Yuri. Without you, Ethan Miles.
Man.
You both have changed me.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Have fun today, man.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Sydney. I
Sydney.
don't know anything about the Spider-Man games, despite being a huge Spider-Man fan. I love the movies, I love the TV shows. So my question is for both of the Spider-Man actors, can you do your own version of the shoulder touch from the Into the Spider-Verse movie?
Does Peter have the swag for a shoulder touch? I don't know.
Right? Yeah, I mean that's sort of your bailiwick, right? I mean the shoulder touch
I knew
is.
it was gonna come.
You got right. Eventually,
it was gonna
should we be
come.
hanging upside down for this?
I know.
Whoa.
It's gonna take some changing into the suit.
Right.
Yeah. I mean.
I can't control it. I have to touch you.
It's right there.
And now my hand is stuck.
You see what you just did?
Yeah.
You see what you're doing now?
Relax your fingers.
Sydney?
Physical
You see what's
comedy,
going
ladies
on?
and gentlemen.
What do you do? Relax. Sing a song. You're good.
Just relax.
So do you guys are you just not cool enough for it?
I mean,
I'm gonna tell you what makes
I
that
just
so
tried it.
hardcore.
I thought they
I just
just
tried
did
it.
it. I thought that was super cool.
That was a burn.
I didn't hear it from Miles. I didn't hear it from
I mean, neither of us are definitely cool at all, but
Yeah, no,
hey.
I don't. I told you I gotta get into the suit.
Okay, fair enough.
That's real.
Fair enough.
It's gonna be intense.
Now we're gonna have to
He's
organize
method.
like
He's a
you
method
and
actor.
Shamik have to do this tomorrow. Instead of pointing at each other, you're just gonna grab each other's shoulders. That's what we're gonna do
Hey.
tomorrow. It's a bunch of hate. It's a hate circle.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what
so
we'll do.
You heard it live.
I got you.
Thank
I got
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course.
We should all leave now.
I feel a
Right.
certain
No,
kind of way
this
right
is
now.
this
You look
moment.
amazing.
This moment was coming.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
Hi guys.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's your name?
Good.
It's Darius.
Hi, Darius.
Darius. Nice to meet you, Darius.
Okay, so this might be a bit of a spoiler-y question, but
here comes the shooters right here.
Okay, right. We won't answer it if it is.
Okay, matter of fact, it's not really spoiler. It's more or less like a technical thing. So, as far as web slinging, do you think it's still very vanilla from the first game on Soul, or do you think we can do loop-de-loops yet?
I don't know. I mean, that's nothing that they come to us to talk about.
That's a spoiler.
Is it a spoiler? Because I can say I don't know anything about that. Any of like the mechanics.
It gets better.
Okay. Matter of fact, the better question is, which game do you feel has the best web swinging?
Which game has the best web swinging? I mean, it only gets better every single time, right?
Yeah.
You say two? You say two?
You think it's gonna?
Okay.
I mean,
just Spider-Man 2.
You got the young youth juice in Miles.
That's true.
You know, he's a little flexible. He's a little.
He does flex.
Yeah.
He's a little nimble. You know what I mean? Some over the legs, you know what I mean? Some,
That's official. That's official right there. That's how he got the job. That's it right there. No,
that was his audition.
Yes, you remember. You remember.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. That's a good one. I think the next one, because every game tends to advance itself, right? And so what we had with Spider-Man was great, and then when we had the Miles game, that got really good too. So I think 2, we're gonna see something buck wild. We're not even.
They have been blowing it out. I'm not joking. They know how much y'all love the first game. And they know that they have to do better, be greater. They have to be greater.
Together.
They do, though. It's everybody is working their asses off to make this even better than all the other games. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Darius.
Yeah.
I like those shoes, by the way. Balenci's.
Sweet.
I see you.
Hello. Hi. My name is Evan. This is my first time ever going to a convention like this.
Welcome.
Amazing.
Yes. Hello. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you, man.
Favorite game ever, both of y'all's. I've beaten it 8 times now to get the platinum trophies. You know, you gotta do all that. Anyway, just keep it quick and simple. I wanted to ask you guys, other than the classic, what were your favorite alternate suits from the game?
That's a good question.
2020. Leather jacket with the helmet. It's over with.
Yeah,
that is nice.
It's over with.
That is nice.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm obviously partial to the advanced suit because I feel like I own it somehow. But I'm also a big fan of Spider-Punk and Scarlet Spider and Spirit Spider because I was always a Ghost Rider fan.
Yeah.
And I love the Future Foundation suit. The eyes are a little buggy, but besides that, there's something clean about it. And then Noir. I'm just a big Noir guy.
You love Noir. Don't miss Noir.
Yeah, I can't.
You love Noir.
I was saving the best for last.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one groovy.
What about the suit with the cat in the backpack though?
The bodega cat.
Right, you can swing around with a cat in a backpack.
Of course. It was a classic though. It's mixed with the classic in a way.
It's mixed with the classic.
You know?
I'll give you that one. You
get me?
It's his accessory.
All right, one last thing. If Big Wheel is not the final enemy in this game, I'm not buying it.
We joke.
I am boycotting it.
We joke about Big Wheel all the time. And for those of you who don't know Big Wheel, look it up.
Look it up. You'll love it. Thank you very much.
Evan, nice to meet you, man.
Yeah,
sure. Thank you, man. You too.
Hey there.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, man?
I wanted to ask, since I have 100%ed Miles Morales and Hollow Knight, which is a fun game, I wanted to see what other games that you guys have 100%ed and gotten the platinum for.
Ooh.
None. No games, so you're way ahead of me.
Okay.
I mean, the last like game that I 100%ed was Bayonetta, the first one. But and then the types of games I started playing changed. So I was playing games like Firewatch and Whatever Happened to Edith Finch, and like story games that are kind of on rails, but I don't have to learn complex mechanics to keep things from killing me every 5 seconds. So I completed those, but that doesn't really count. You just sort of spend time with it and you'll complete it. So.
Oh, The Last of Us.
Hey, come on now. That game. Ooh.
Thank you. Good question.
That was a movie.
Yeah,
What's your name?
Eli.
Eli. Nice to meet you, Eli.
Nice to meet you, Eli.
You look awesome, bro.
Absolutely. Hello.
There he is.
Hello.
Hey, what's
You
going
said
on?
you'd be here.
How you doing? What's your name?
Ashton.
Hey, Ashton.
It's Yuri. I've met with him a couple times
Yes.
this trip so far.
You promised me you'd come. It's good to see you.
You too. I have a double question. One for the whole cast, and then for Yuri. So for the cast, have you all played Insomniac Spider-Man 1?
I have watched playthroughs because I am not skilled enough to actually make the characters do what I want them to do. So I watch other people play it, and I enjoy myself immensely.
Like Yuri?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, Ashton, I have. And yes, because there was this, was that the first game? We had the dancing. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You did a lot of. Do people know that? Is that like a
I don't
thing?
think so.
There's
I
a
saw
lot
it,
of
like, one
dancing,
time.
like street dancing. Like when you walk by, some people be
New York
dancing
Times Square,
in the street,
yeah.
Times Square, and Nadji did all that dancing.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
So I had to go see it.
That's awesome.
I had to make sure it was like, all right.
We
got it in there.
Yeah. That's
and,
awesome.
Yeah, I embarrassingly 8%ed Spider-Man 1 and walked away. I'm just too old. I don't know. I don't know. It got too complicated for me. Like I said, I play different kinds of games these days. I'm embarrassed to say that.
It's all right. It's all right.
It was,
no, that's the most Peter Parker answer ever. It's like, yeah, it's my game, but I couldn't do it.
I just couldn't do it. It's that darn Parker luck.
I was going to say 10 at least.
Nope, 8.
But Ashton, you had another question.
That's what
Yeah, what's your
come in.
Yes, so Yuri, for you as a actor that has done these beloved characters like Ben 10, now Peter Parker, how has it been between roles from doing teen Ben 10, who's more mature, similar to Peter, to now Peter, and then also Midnight Suns Peter Parker?
Great question.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm older than the characters I play, by a mile, but I have. I've aged since, I've grown up, I've become a dad. I have changed since I started some of those younger roles, in the Ben 10s and even, earlier on in Spider-Man. Our son was born during, I don't know, we were married in real life. I don't know how many of you know that. Not me and Nadji. I mean, it's a different kind of.
I'm the third wheel.
That's a different kind of marriage.
I'm the third wheel. I love it, though. It's great.
But I think it naturally has affected my performance, going forward. But then there's also a part of me that never has grown up and probably, hopefully never will. And I think that is the heart and the essence of the characters I play, and hopefully we'll always stay young.
Oh yeah,
love that.
Thank you for that, Ashton.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ashton.
Thank you so much.
So I gotta be the bad guy. I gotta be the bad guy.
Is it time? It's time.
And we are at time. However.